What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're talking the Sinister movies.
Let's get into this.
All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Horror Chronicles podcast, your favorite fucking podcast, and JT's talking shit.
Literally.
I'm your host, Ryan, and with me, as always, I'm my co-host. To my left, Mr. JT's in the house.
What's up, everybody?
And to my right, Breezy's in his house. Breezy.
What's up, guys?
That's right. So, before we jump into this juicy-ass podcast, we're going to do a little bit of business, as usual.
Jumping.
So, if you guys are just listening to this on iTunes or Spotify, wherever like that, and you're not following us on Facebook, shame on you.
How dare you?
Shame on you. But anyways, you guys should jump over to the Facebook page and check it out. We're highly active on there, guys. That's how best way to get a hold of us, and that's how we like to communicate with you guys.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a good time over there. We're constantly putting up posts, creepy shit. You know, we're a horror website, so we don't, post any political bullshit.
Yeah.
Or anything else but horror.
Yes.
Yeah, we
The
talk
way
a
it's
lot about
supposed to be.
horror.
Creepy shit.
Yes.
That's it. All right? That's what we do.
Creepy.
But anyways, we also have a cool, community over there.
Yeah.
And, we finally got people, like messaging us now, talking. And it's really cool. It's fun for us. That's what kind of why one of the reasons we want to do this. So jump on over there and say what's up, like it, share it with everybody, make sure that you follow us. And, we do a live show the last Saturday of the month, which you guys don't know this now, but it's happened last Saturday because we're recording this. We're doing a live show tonight, guys.
And you missed it.
Missed it. But there's always next month. Always next month. But, yeah, come on over there, guys. Check it out. It's a great time. Where
Next
else
month-
can they find us, fucker?
Next month, we're actually going to have 2 live shows.
2 of them. But
And we'll discuss that here in a second.
we'll discuss that in a minute.
But you can also find us every Friday night on craniumradio.com.
Cranium Radio.
Yeah. We're on there 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Cranium Radio is an awesome radio station. They've got some awesome DJs. They play some killer music.
Fuck yeah.
You don't have to listen to Cranium just to hear us, man. You listen to them 24/7. Craniumradio.com.
Going to my dark space.
Emperor Palpatine
Where can
over
they
here.
peep some of that kick-ass merch like that fucking sign behind us, Breezy?
Seriously, T-Public, guys, check it out. I mean, sometimes they got sales and you can find our stuff super cheap. Yes. We've got many different designs. Check it out, guys. It's
Yeah.
totally worth
Really
the
cool.
buy.
That's TeePublic, TeePublic.com. If you go over to our Facebook page, if you look at the top right-hand corner, there's a button that says Shop Now. If you click that button, it'll take you right to our TeePublic storefront where you can peep all our merch.
That's right, guys. Check it out. Support your horror fam. Just show your love for the horror fam. And if you do purchase it, make sure you guys send us a pic.
Yeah, hell
and
yeah. So we
we'll
can
give
get
you
that up on the Facebook page.
We'll put it on a face page, and we'll give you a shout out on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, guys.
Speaking of shout-outs on the podcast, so we got something really cool has happened to us over the past week.
Shout out to them out.
We got invited to Ruby's Landing for their Haunted River float. Ruby's Landing is in Waynesville, Missouri. They have a website. You can go over there and check it out. We are actually going to be there opening weekend. They open on Friday, September 11th. We're going to be there Saturday, September 12th, all night. We're going to do a little bit of Facebook Live. We're going to be there talking to people.
Mingling.
We're going to have the whole setup there. The whole gang's going to be there.
Yeah, we're gonna do some interviews with everybody. We're gonna
intertwine, make a connection.
Our new investigation team is going to be there.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be really cool. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So guys, just be ready if you're listening to this and you're from the area, or if not, you guys can travel down here and get there.
Yeah.
You can say what's up to us.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna have our whole setup. We're going to be able to talk to you guys, do a quick little interview with you and say what's up and whatnot. But we're also going to be walking around the whole place, saying what's up, talking to everybody. We'll have some GoPros. We're gonna do some little video.
There'll be a lot of video coming out the week after that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So
it's gonna be cool, man.
It's
gonna be
this
cool.
is very important to us.
We're pretty excited about it.
Ruby's Landing.
That's right,
we're
guys.
gonna have the whole setup down there. We'll have a mic set up so people can tell us scary stories and
Say what's up, you know.
Even if you just want to come by and say, "Hey, fuck you,"
Hey, fuck nuts. Fuck
you can
you.
do that. Ryan's got pretty thick skin. Breezy and I may cry, but hey,
Not
He likes
me.
the abuse.
I love it. Give it to me.
but it's going to be a good time. We're really looking forward to it. So check it out, rubieslanding.com.
What,
the
the
Haunted
opening
River
night?
Float. And this place
Opening
is really
weekend.
cool. Yeah, we're going to be there opening weekend. And this place is really cool. It's like a haunted amusement park almost. Not
it's
really.
built that way.
But it's really cool. So they do this Haunted River Float where you actually float down the river. It's I was looking at it today. It's a 2.5 mile float down the river. They actually have actors in the water
Freaking sick,
to
guys.
scare the shit
Come
out
on.
of you.
Come on.
They have a full-on haunted house. They do axe throwing. They have a zombie paintball, and they also have an escape room.
It's
gonna be a fucking
awesome,
killer.
man.
I'm
Yeah.
totally gonna try to sneak away for like 30 minutes on my break. And
Oh,
try
we're
to
gonna be
do
doing
the
some-
escape room because that's
Yeah.
all of it sounds amazing.
So,
It's
guys,
gonna be huge.
like we said,
Huge.
down here, Ruby's Landing,
Yeah. Waynesville, Missouri.
Waynesville, Missouri. If you're listening to this,
Dude,
you guys
calm
got 2
down.
weeks.
2
Well,
weeks. Get ready.
actually,
Get ready for the chaos.
If you're listening to this, you got about a week and a half.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, guys, September 12th, we're going to be there live. Come down to see us.
Ruby's Landing, they do some cool stuff too. Like I was looking at their stuff, so they have an entrance fee, but then you can pay like just $2 more, and you can camp all night.
Dude.
They have cabins you can rent if you want to stay the night. All kinds of stuff. It's a cool place. It's a big area.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
It's going to be badass.
great.
It's going to be a good time, guys. So make sure you get on there and
Yeah, we're
join
pretty
it.
fucking stoked about it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That being said, the business is done, guys. We're ready to get into this podcast. We, as you heard in the intro, if you listen to the intro, we're doing
And
this.
if you're still listening,
Yeah, which we know you are, you fucks.
Yeah.
We're doing the Sinister movies, Sinister 1 and Sinister 2. I just had that pop in my head. I've been scrolling through movies lately, and we were talking, and like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, dude, let's do Sinister. Because it came up on the screen, and JD's like, well, let's do 1 and 2. So I'm like, all right.
yeah,
Let's
we
do
might
one
as
and
well
two.
do both of them.
Might as
doing
well.
it.
You get a twofer tonight.
2 for 1 special. Now you know how Bree feels every night.
Hey.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
No comment.
Anyways, guys, so we're going to pop off. We'll start with Sinister 1. Okay?
I bet we would pop off if we were doing 2 for 1.
I
special.
pop off, yes. Not afraid of it. So, Sinister 1, guys, came out October 12th, 2012. We were all supposed to be dead then because 2012 was supposed to be in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The end of the world.
But guess
December
what?
21st.
It didn't
Yeah.
happen.
It didn't happen. We're still
Well,
here.
that was the end of the Mayan calendar.
Yeah. They just couldn't count that high.
So just, yeah. The
Hey, they
guy
tried.
took off his shoes, and
Shit.
he could only count to 21. Sorry.
Shit. So, yeah, guys.
Yes, I can the podcast.
Sinister 1.
Sinister. Let's
but,
talk some Sinister.
So yeah, the director was Scott Derrickson, who did not. We'll get into it. Do the second one, but they had a budget of $3 million on the first one.
It's respectable.
Yeah, and it grossed I think $87.7 million.
Wow.
So I mean that's
I
pretty.
didn't
good.
realize that movie made that much money. Jeez.
Yeah, because I mean
Talk about making your money back.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that explains the budget of the second one. You
Yeah.
know, because the budget is a little higher on the second. We'll get into that.
Okay.
But you know, if you put out a good showing, they're gonna give you a little money the next time. You know. So.
Well, what the hell's happened with our show?
No, you know, we don't accept money because we're not fucking doing it. But anyways, guys, Sinister, I think it's a pretty creepy ass movie.
I would agree.
It creeps me out.
It's dark.
You know, I am going to say that the first time I watched this movie, I don't know that I really... it's not that I didn't like it. It just, I don't know, it just didn't
Yeah, I'm the same way.
strike me, you know?
I'm on a different note. Whenever I watched it, I was at an all-girls college.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And in
Brittany
between,
was passed out.
in between
so
the-
I'm 3 hours away from home watching this shit go down. And I'm just like, dude, this is actually
watching this
giving
as
me the
she's going
feelings.
down. That's what she meant to say. She's looking at it through a pair of legs.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But no, it was creepy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was like, this is actually pretty good.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to get kicked out of Ruby's Landing.
We'll be all right. No, we'll take it. We'll behave ourselves.
No, we'll be good.
But I don't know. The first time I seen this movie, I don't know when it. I guess I wasn't in a situation to where it was scary. You know what I mean?
No.
Because like you said, you were away from home. 3 hours,
Situational
so-
horror.
I wasn't
Yeah.
in my atmosphere.
Yeah, you weren't in your atmosphere. Me, I was probably sitting there with an AR-15,
You're just
fucking
like, eh.
just chilling out on my couch, like whatever, you know. But now saying that, watching it again, and having a little bit because I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably hadn't watched this movie since 2012.
Yeah, agreed.
So watching it again and having a little bit more knowledge of horror and a little bit more, I don't know, mindset of what to look for in horror.
That is a great concept there because I totally see where you're going there. because
Yeah.
it was completely different for me when I watched it.
Yes,
this time.
100%
It usually
different.
does that, though. I mean,
Yeah, it's 100% different for me this time because like I just looked at it and I'm like, the whole aspect of it is fucking crazy.
You know, and
The
it was,
music,
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Oh, dude, the music
scenes.
is so fucking creepy in that.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
In fact, it was funny. I was telling my wife this morning. My wife actually got up this morning, and I was watching the second one, and she was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Sinister 2." And she's like, "Didn't you watch that last night?" And I'm like, "No, that was the first one, honey." She's like, "Oh, okay." So she actually sat there and watched, part of it with me, and stuff. And that's why I was telling her. I was like, I don't remember this movie at all, and I know
Part
I
two?
saw it.
Yes.
Part 2.
100% with
and
you.
it was funny because I told her, I said, I vaguely remember the first one. I said, but I don't remember the second one at all. But as I watched it, I was like, oh, fuck, I feel like I just watched this movie a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I once I started watching it and some certain things happened, I
That's
was
so
like, oh, yeah, I
fucking-
remember this.
That's hilarious that you say that because I literally had that same conversation with Krista.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I was like,
Because I had the same feelings, too.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I don't remember this one at all. And then when the church came into effect, which we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But when that came into effect,
We'll get into that in
I
part
remember.
two.
I remember now. Which I personally like part 2 better than part 1. So,
I'll
I'm on a
disagree,
different
but
note,
okay.
yeah.
but so part 1, guys. Basically, these 2 movies are about a demon, so to speak, named Bagul. He's not really I guess he's like a deity type thing.
Pagan
deity, yeah. Named Bagul. I guess, do you want to get into the movie first or get into the background of Bagul?
Get into the background a little bit, and then we'll get into...
Because
Well, let's talk about the synopsis of the movie first. I mean,
Okay, well,
what the movie was about.
so the movie basically is about these murders. The first movie is about there's this writer, and he writes about real crime,
yeah, true crime.
true crime,
Yep.
and he's all about supposedly being there to get justice for people that never had justice given to them.
Yeah.
So what does he do? he does a very, very smart thing. He moves his entire family into a house.
It wasn't very smart because
No shit.
he didn't tell his wife what he was doing.
No,
Well, this is what
and
I'm-
the thing is he was desperate though.
Go ahead. No, 100%. Go ahead.
He was desperate though because he had his career was going stale for like 10 years, and that's
Right.
why he went to that extent of putting his family into that kind of scenario and doing that.
What happened?
But it was
No, seriously, I'm not joking. I want you to speak.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, how did he end up getting to the house? Basically, tell him the lead up into
You do it.
what happened with them.
You did.
You know. Well, no, it's
I'm
basically.
just entwining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I liked where you're going with it. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to jump in.
Oh, I am.
So
jump
like,
all over it. Well, I thought it was funny how his wife asked him at the beginning of the movie, now come on, we're not moving 2 houses down from some murder site, are we?
Right.
Well, he
And he
didn't
was
lie.
like, oh no, honey, no.
He didn't lie.
No, we're not. What he neglected to tell her was they were actually moving into the murder site itself.
Yeah, and that was the smart thing I was telling you guys what he did. Not
Love
very
it.
smart at all.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. But like Bree was saying, which is why I was trying to get her to talk about it, because she was going down a pathway that I didn't think about at first.
Yeah.
But you know, he was desperate. He was like, this was like his last chance.
Yeah. Do whatever it takes.
Doing whatever it takes to get whatever he needs to be done, which, you know, to me is a fucked up that you put your kids in that situation.
Yeah.
No matter what the fuck it is,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, like we said, he moves into this house. Temporarily, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
See, and that's what's weird about it. Like, I was trying to think about that because it's like he mentioned that he said we didn't move into a house that's 2 houses down, but I'm like, well, they have the other place still.
Right.
So was it?
Right.
What are they just renting? I guess some writers do move to places and rent
Yeah, they moved to a different
to
place
get inspiration.
yeah, like
you know.
a quiet, you know.
So I guess that makes sense. But so he moves, and Ethan Hawke. He's the writer in this, and he moves his family into this house where these murders happened. His whole family got killed. One of them went missing. So he's going there to write a book about this fucking murder because no one, you know. And
Yeah, this is a fresh one.
this is a fresh
Yeah,
one.
at this point, his character, which the family's name was Oswald, he had already written 3 books about 3 previous family murders. Like the entire family was murdered, but one person survived,
They were
but
missing.
they disappeared.
Yeah.
He had already written 3 books about that, and this was going to be his 4th book on this topic, and all of them were unrelated. So we think.
Yeah. Yeah. So as he moves into here, he starts to set up his little office and his writing area and all this stuff. And he's looking around this place, looking for clues and looking for this and that, you know. And then he goes to the attic, and what's he stumble upon, Bree?
Let's just say a whole box of tapes.
And they're like,
Reels.
yeah,
Yeah,
reels.
like-
Reels, not tapes.
Projection film.
Yes.
What do they call those?
Old school.
88s or so? What the fuck they call them?
It's
They call
high
it-
8.
High 8.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, but,
With years on them.
Yeah.
yeah, and like weird names.
Yeah.
Like family hanging out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And stuff
yeah.
like
Family
that.
picnic or
Fishing
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
Pool
Different
day.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as he would watch these movies, it would start out all, family like or whatever, but then it would end in them dying in some horrific manner.
Like,
it would cut with them doing their
Yeah.
activity and it being shot by somebody creeping up on them, just
Right.
watching that, and then all of a sudden it would cut, and then all of a sudden, what? They're all getting hung from a tree. Or
yeah.
Right. Can we talk real quick about his interaction with the sheriff at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Do it.
That was always kind of bizarre for me. I don't I don't really understand why the sheriff disliked him so much.
Yeah.
Well, because
he didn't really know him.
Well, no, but
other than he knew he was a writer.
Yeah, but if you watched,
he's read his books.
He read his books, and also he did
a
it.
writer coming into his town.
Well, he did an interview too, where he said that police aren't doing their job.
Yeah.
And he said that they're not.
Ah, that's right. I do remember him
said
saying
that if
that.
the police would do their work, I wouldn't have to write these books.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
That's right. I do. Okay.
And that's why the sheriff says, "I know you don't like my kind much," or something
Yeah.
like that, or you don't have much good to say about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sheriff, by the way, was played by Fred Thompson, who is a classic actor. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Every fucking thing.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why the sheriff was on
Yeah.
his ass and whatnot. So yeah, he finds these tapes, and he's thinking they're the family tapes, which one of them is. So he's watching the tape or whatever, and he's trying to get like a little aspect of how the family was, who was what in the family, and
a little investigation.
yeah, needless to say, and then
Lots of drinks.
yeah, he tended to be chugging some fucking alcohol.
Well, throughout the
down.
movie,
Yeah.
his drinking problem started taking a little
More and
bit.
more.
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of gives
I
you
don't-
the Shining feel.
yes,
You know?
a little bit. Yeah.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so he starts seeing these videos, and there's little glimpses and pieces of like these people getting killed in crazy ass ways, like the family of the house that he's moved into. It shows the family all playing out in the yard, and it like cuts into this fucking scene of
A tree.
them hanging from a tree.
Yeah. Well, and it was really cool the way they did that because they're all standing on the ground with nooses around their necks, and the all four ropes go up over a limb, and then they're attached to this other limb. And as you look at it, you can see like this. There's somebody standing behind the tree with a saw,
Sawing
and
it.
they're slowly cutting that limb that those ropes are tied to. And as that limb falls, it just lifts them all up off the ground and.
It's
hang.
creepy as fuck. It's
Creepy.
Just like,
Yeah,
holy
it was
crap,
really
like,
creepy.
Seriously.
With the music and everything.
Yeah.
Like the way they had. That's something that, going back to what we were talking about earlier, was a lot different for me this time around. Having that knowledge in my head and the aspect of what makes a movie great and good is the way they put the music in with it. Because it was super.
Yeah.
The music.
And that score was really creepy.
Fuck yeah. It made it really, really, really creepy.
And him showing up in the background. Like,
Yeah, once he starts seeing.
Several times.
Once he starts showing him,
show
because.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We're talking about Bagul.
The boogie.
Yeah, that scene
Mr.
where
Boogie is
he
what they call
where he
him,
takes the picture off and he's holding it up to the window and he's somebody had taken a picture of the backyard of the house and he takes the picture over and he's holding it up to the window and he's looking at the picture and he's comparing it to the backyard, and as he's comparing it,
He's like, oh,
he
shit.
sees something weird out there. And then as he shines his light out there, it's Bagul's face. You know,
It's fucking
peeping
awesome.
through the bushes.
Yeah,
he was
it's creepy
creeping
as
in the bushes.
fuck.
Yeah, it's
So,
super cool.
so what's he do? He goes and grabs a baseball bat and goes running out there to confront this thing that he doesn't know
No
what
idea.
it is.
Yeah.
Has no idea what it is. Gets out there and come to find out it's his son out there.
Yeah, because he sleepwalks.
Because he sleepwalks
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, and he has night terrors.
Yeah.
See, so this leads into the part of the family, why would you bring your kids into this?
Right,
Right.
right.
And do that to your children.
Well, and there's so much creepy shit that happens in the house. Like, when he's sleeping at night and he'll wake up to hearing the projector running.
Yeah.
yeah, or he'll hear like run across the freaking
Right.
roof and stuff like up in the attic.
I tell you, I'm just going to go there right now. The part that kind of unnerved me the most was when all the children start showing up, and it's like they're moving in slow motion, like
Yeah.
they're underwater almost and
Yeah.
stuff. He can't see them, but you're seeing them, and they're like right beside him.
Well,
they're like running in slow motion and stuff, you
That-
know,
that
and like
scene-
coming down the hall behind him
Yeah.
and shit.
That
It's
scene
just
where
fucking creepy
It
as hell.
is.
the scene where he's falls through the roof of the attic. And then he goes back and he's looking at the footage because he's recording. They're recording it, and he's looking at the footage, and there's all these little fucking hands
Yeah.
grabbing him, pulling
Yeah.
him down. That was fucking crazy. Man.
Yeah. Oh,
As he
yeah.
watched it, like there was more and more hands.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
creeps
It
me
was.
the fuck out.
There's so many creepy scenes in this movie.
Every
you know.
family death was the scene.
Super
from-
fucked up.
super.
The one with the people in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His symbol was always in.
Always,
each
it always
scene,
popped
like,
up
yeah.
somewhere. The one where they had all the people on the gurneys and they pulled them off into the
Into
pool.
the pool?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, man.
Talk about some horrific deaths.
It's fucking crazy. Or
And there's
the-
even more fucked up shit in
Yeah.
the second one.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, crazy ones. But this one basically is that he's going through this and he's trying to write this book, and the cops are on his ass, and now his wife's on his ass because he's changing, and
Yeah.
she's worried. She's like, look, I'll take the kids and I'll leave and go to my mom's.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, like, he sees what's going on. He notices something's not right. Like that scene where his son's in the box
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and he comes up out
It's
of the
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Well, and then he eventually he befriends the deputy.
Yeah.
The deputy sheriff was played by this Jay Ransone, and if you see him, you will recognize him from some other movies. He's been in some
Yeah.
other stuff. But he
Part 2.
part two especially. So he kind of invites this deputy over.
He's
to,
a fan of his too.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the deputy's a fan. The movie
from the
starts
back.
out with the sheriff chewing his ass because he's got the guy's
His
book and he
book,
wants to
yeah.
get it autographed. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
It was a pretty funny scene. But anyway, he comes over and he's trying. At this point, the deputy doesn't know what's going on. He
Yeah.
just knows that they're in this house where this murder occurred. He doesn't really know much about the house or anything or whatever. So he comes over and he's talking to Oswald, Ethan Hawke, about what he's doing and stuff. And I love about what's going on in the house. And as Ethan Hawke is trying to tell him some stories, I love how the deputy brought up the fact that he's like, every time I've been over here, there's been a whiskey bottle somewhere. Mm-hmm. He's like, are you sure that you're not like excessively drinking and making all this up in your own head, or whatever? Well, then,
He shows him all
the
his-
tides turn in the second movie.
He shows him all. Well, he shows him all of his research.
Right.
So he shows the deputy all of his research stuff, and he's like, "Well, I'll look into this." So the deputy starts looking into it. That goes away. And at this point in time, he knows something's fucked up, and he's like, "Okay, I get you guys out of here."
Yeah.
He's like, "We gotta fucking leave." So they pack up, get all their shit, and they leave. They go to leave. Sheriff pulls them over.
Yeah.
Was like, you need to slow down, whatever, blah, blah. He's like, what are you doing out here? He's like, I'm taking your advice and I'm leaving.
I'm
and he's
leaving.
like, well, I guess I don't need to see you ever again. Rips
Yeah,
up the
and he tears
ticket
up the
and
ticket,
fucking lets him go.
Yeah.
Think all is well. Moves back to their old house, nice big house.
Big house.
Yeah.
So he thinks everything's good. Oh, we forgot to mention about burning the tapes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He burnt all the tapes and everything. Burnt everything, got rid of it, thought he destroyed it. Well, he gets a call when he's at his house from the deputy.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been calling you all day. Why ain't you answered? He's like, well, we were moving. We were in the process. He's like, no, you moved too soon. He tells him, he's like, there's a combination, like, it's
a commonality.
There's
in
commonality in all these. It's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So these murders, they didn't just happen in this one house. They happened in cities all over the country. There was one in St. Louis. There was one in Illinois. There was one in California. And the other one was in, I think, Pennsylvania or something like that.
That's the connection.
But basically, the commonality of this was anybody who moved. So the family that died just so happened to move out of the house where the previous family had died. Yes. Now, they died in a different house, different state. So it was like this thing was attaching itself to people, and it was just moving from family to family
From
and
house to
following
house.
them to a new home. And now all of a sudden,
Because
the Oswalds have left this home where the last murder has occurred and went back to their original home.
And that's where the next murder.
And that's how the movie ends.
There you go. That family gets murdered
by
their daughter. And
the missing kids were
what's-
actually the ones killing their families.
Yeah.
So see the way
because they were
there you go
warped by
Bagul.
Bagul.
See the way it goes is that if you watch these tapes in their entirety, that's how he gets into
Your soul
basically takes the
your
child's
body.
soul. So he makes these children kill their families,
Yeah.
which is fucking crazy.
Well, the one cool aspect about the movie, the first one, was when he goes up in the attic and he sees all the kids sitting around the projector.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all the kids that have disappeared.
Yep. And
Yeah.
his daughter ends up making the next film, and it's just like
Yeah.
Films herself,
Yeah.
attacking
And it was
everybody
like,
up.
there was like 5 or 6 of them.
all the
or
kids
something
did.
like that.
Yeah, and
All the
seeing what's
kids,
fucked
yeah.
up is like, so we told you guys about them having like the film names, like Hanging Around, Fishing Trip,
Right.
stuff like that. And this one that she made was called Painting the House.
Yep.
And what she painted the house with was their family's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then that leads into the second one. I think we'll get to a little bit more about Bagul after we talk about these two.
Okay. Cool.
So, Sinister 2. So part 1 came out in 2012. Part 2 came out in 2015. Right at fucking 3 years apart.
Pretty close.
Pretty
Yeah.
close. Now the budget on this one. Now remember, the first one was $3 million.
Yeah.
Now this one was $10 million.
Wow.
Hello.
Okay, so it bumped up quite a bit.
Yeah.
However,
Well, because the first one did so well.
yeah, and this one now still made pretty damn good money, but it only grossed 54 million.
Yeah, that's not near as good as the
Especially-
the first movie. If you guys remember, grossed
87.
87 million.
So
That's a
yeah.
hell of a return on your investment.
A big difference.
Yeah,
In Hollywood standards, 59 million is not really that big of a return on a
It's-
$10 million budget.
yeah,
It's a flop.
yeah. So now this one was also directed by someone different. It was directed by I don't know how you say the first name. Ciaran. It's Ciaran. Ciaran Foy.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Go
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I'm going with it. But so different director on this one. You can kind of tell there's a different director. It wasn't as now. I like the second one better than the first one. You guys have different outlooks. We'll talk about that in a second. But like, you can tell the atmosphere is different in this one
Yes.
than the first one. But for me, I like the storyline that he went with this one. Or he or she, I don't know for sure. Sorry, guys.
It's a Karen.
It's a Karen.
It's just spelled different. It's really a girl, and her name's Karen.
Oh, Karen.
Karen.
Damn it, Karen.
Karen Foy.
Fucking Karen.
Now
No.
Foy.
Anyways,
Shout out to women directors, by the way.
Hell yeah.
but yeah, so you feel the difference in this one. I like it better than the first one. The reason why I like it better than the first one,
Because a woman directed it.
yes. No, not really. But anyways, I don't care who directs it really, unless it's James Wan, then I know I'm going to love it. Anyways, you see some familiar faces in this one. Oh, cool. I didn't know Scott Dickerson wrote this one. So he wrote the first one too. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. But James Ranson returns. He was the deputy that we were talking about at the end.
The fan.
The deputy fan. He's kind of lead role in this one. Shannon Susaman, you know her. She's been in actually quite a bit. She's been in a few movies. You would know her if you've seen her.
Oh, I'm going to look at her.
You'll know exactly who it is as soon as you see her. She played in
Oh,
Knight's
okay,
Tale,
yeah.
freaking a bunch of
Okay.
But anyways, in this one, the reason why I like it more is because of the Sleepy Hollow
The
TV series.
yeah. She was. She played Pandora in that.
I like what's going on. So basically, in this one, just a little synopsis of it. You have it starts off. You meet this family basically. The mom and these two little boys are shopping or whatever. Blah blah.
Yep.
And there's someone following them around. So you're like, okay, whatever. I don't know what this creeper's doing.
That's funny that you would say that because when I was looking at the credits at the end of the movie, that guy didn't have a name. They called him the Creeper.
Funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and in fact, in here, I think it.
Yep, the Creeper.
And now you know.
That's hilarious. But anyways, so basically, this lady has an abusive husband, and she's leaving him, and the kids are scared of him too. But he's super like rich and knows all these people and owns a business where a lot of people are employed by him all over the place.
Right.
Blah blah blah. So, anyways, he's an asshole.
But it's really weird. You don't even find out what's going on until you're probably a good 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe half hour or so. They kind of got you wondering what the hell's going on. At the beginning of
So
the movie.
basically, you're not. Yeah, you really don't. Nothing's seeming creepy for the first probably 15 minutes or so, and then so this family goes to their house they're staying at to get away from this guy, and it's all unknown stuff and under the table because they don't want to be found by this guy,
Right.
and he has connections all over the place.
Yeah.
So, anyways, at the same time this is all going on, you have James Ronson, who is the deputy.
Well, now he's an ex-deputy.
Yes,
he
was
is
the
actually
deputy.
a private investigator now.
Well, actually, what he's doing is he's going around trying to destroy.
He's going to each one of these houses and he's burning them down.
Yes, and this is why I like it because he's going around basically
Destroying.
demon hunting these shit, basically, you know. So
But you don't find that out until later on in the movie.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he's doing.
So he shows up to this house and gets out.
he finds out that the house is for sale and there hasn't been anybody that's lived in the
Yes.
house since the murders occurred.
Yeah. So when he shows up there, he finds out that fucking there is somebody there
This woman and her two kids are there.
because he jumps out with these two fucking gas cans in the middle of daylight.
Yeah.
And like there's a big ass church next to the house.
Yep.
And the mom has been remodeling it.
Yeah, she like makes furniture and stuff.
Yeah, out of old-
she calls it they call it antiquing or
Antique,
something.
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. She rehabs antique furniture and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So
And so he ends up finding out that she's there and all this stuff.
gotta make money somehow. You
with
can't
this
just be
one-
selling pussy on the street corner.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Guilty.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I sell mine all the time. But anyways, gotta pay the rent.
Oh.
Holla.
I got motherfucking kids to feed.
But no, so
She's trying to stay off the grid.
yeah, she's staying off the grid
Ends up
completely.
finding a
Yeah,
couple
because she
houses.
doesn't want her
Abusive.
husband to find her.
Who's a dick and gets what he deserves.
who's-
But anyway, anyways, so that's
That
the
guy
reason
looks so nice. I bet that was a hard part for him to play.
the guy that was being a dick. He looks like me. He looks like an asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
But no. So the reason why I like this one better than the first is because I like the storyline. The first one for me, cool storyline. I just parts of it were boring
Really?
Yes.
for me.
Yes. Yeah.
See, I would have to say the opposite between the second and the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parts of the second one just was just like
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and get what your outlook on it.
I really enjoyed the first one. I mean, I love the storyline. I love the way it was filmed. I love the atmosphere and the way it made me feel. But the second one, I just didn't
Yeah.
get the same effects.
The second one was a good standalone movie,
Yeah.
but to me, the first movie I think creeped me more.
Yes.
It
Exactly.
just I don't know. It just had, like you said, the atmosphere
Yeah.
and the way
Yeah.
they filmed it.
Yeah, the atmosphere is definitely darker in
Yeah.
the first one for sure. And of course, in this one they bring it all together.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And he's telling her what's going on and this and that and why he's really there. and what's up, and then you end up meeting the fucking piece of shit dad.
Oh, dude, when he goes to the church and he's talking to the priest in the confessional, I absolutely love that guy. And when he said to him, he's like, so what are you saying? You want to carry around a crucifix and holy water and shout the power of Christ compels you? And the deputy's like, would that work? And he's like, no.
No. That was a good
And I told my wife, I was like, oh my God, that's complete Exorcist reference. And she's like, what? I'm like, honey, all that went down in The Exorcist. The power of Christ compels you. I need an old priest and a young priest.
Walking to a bar. Anyways, there's bits and pieces in this one that kind of catch you and stuff. But my thing is that I like how they brought it all together in this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
I agree with you. It had a good story to it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And so he lets her know what's going on, and like you said, there's this big ass church next to it, and she's been in there working on things and whatnot. So she starts seeing this going on, and so basically, this church. What was the green shit? Is in the first one and the second one. It's whatever they're putting in the drink. Is that like his blood, or I don't think did it ever say what that was? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't
remember either.
Because there's like this green neon green stuff that's in the drinks, and at the church there's like a playback, of the church service going on or whatever. And inside,
got some Jim Jones concoction going on.
Yeah, well, it's Bagul's whatever, and that's what he gives the kids to give to their.
It's his essence.
Yeah, he dropped his essence in there.
Wow.
On Pornhub they call that a cream pie.
And now you are blessed.
You've been
blessed. You're welcome.
Can I get you a towel?
You're gonna need a towel for that.
It's so messy. It's everywhere.
It's stuck in my hair.
Fuck.
Yes.
Power of Christ compels you. That's what he's screaming. The power of Christ compels you. Sorry about the ectoplasm.
Wow, that takes a turn.
Yes.
And we're back.
And that's what we're about in this podcast,
Okay,
guys.
so
yeah, and then basically,
gonna have to remind them people not to listen to this episode.
fuck no, you listen to this episode. You're getting quality shit.
We're a good time.
So basically, the dad shows up. All this stuff's going on, and the brother. What's cool about this one too is they flip a fucking switch on you on this.
Yeah.
yes.
So one of the brothers you think is the main target of Bagul, they got him watching it. So basically he fucking said, fuck it, I'm gonna make both these fucking people watch it. So there's two brothers. One of them has been watching the movies with the other kids.
Yep.
Well, he's like, fuck this, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing this no more, I'm not watching no more movies, blah, blah. They say, oh, you got one more chance to do it. And he's like, I'm not doing it. And they're like, that's fine. We didn't want you anyway. And then he goes downstairs, and his brother's down there watching all the movies.
Gotcha.
And his brother had been beating him up and stuff. And like,
and it was funny because I was kind of wondering why,
he was being an asshole.
Well,
It's in his genes.
Well, yeah. But like they told the kid that he didn't have the right mindset for this. He wasn't smart enough or something like that.
Yeah.
What it was is I think that other kid was too more, like we talk about how people are sensitive, and like that other kid was probably too strong-willed for this Bagul.
Oh yeah,
into
for
his
sure,
head.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I talk about that a lot, kind of like when we talk about hauntings and things, and something coming home with you.
Yeah, I
Like,
never thought about that
I have a
until
strong
just
will
now.
till-
I kept wondering why they picked the one kid over the other, and they told him that he wasn't smart enough or whatever.
Well, see,
but I think what it was is that other kid was
They
too
couldn't-
smart.
They couldn't
Yeah.
put him in the same trance that the other kids.
See, and like he was getting violent. His brother was trying to beat him up, and like there's that scene after they get in a fight, and like the mom's like, "What is your problem?" And the kid's just like, "Fuck you, fuck you too, fucking cunt."
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Crystal like looked at me. Me and Crystal were watching that. She's like, What the fuck?
I know my wife did the same thing. In fact, I think she was like, "Oh my god, I beat that kid's ass."
Yeah, fucking from here to hell.
Take your belt off.
Yeah, but so
Oh hell no! I'd use a fucking. Oh no.
so yeah, you know, so the brother gets possessed, and the asshole dad shows up trying to take the kids.
God, and what an asshole he was.
Yes.
Dude.
He got exactly what he fucking deserved in this movie. See, there's a part where he shows up, and the kid's so scared that he pees his pants.
Yeah.
And this kid's like
He's a
fucking
piece of
6 or
shit.
7 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so you can tell he's a real fucking worthless fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
glad.
look at that scene at the fucking dinner table.
Yeah, where he's
well,
fucking-
when they were talking. Oh, they invited the deputy, the ex-deputy.
Yeah.
They invited him for dinner, and they're all sitting there at the table, and you know, they're all staring at him, and he's like, "What's going on?"
yeah,
and
they're
they're
like, well, he eats first, or
Dad always ate first.
he's like, well, I'm not.
You know, and he
dad,
was
so-
like, "Well, I'm not your father. Go ahead and eat."
yeah,
You know.
and then
It's so
so
fucked
the
up.
dad
So then
shows
when you
back
see
up
that scene-
and takes them, forces them to come home,
Yeah.
and they're at dinner table eating at their house,
Yeah.
which is what Bagul wanted because he had to
Yeah.
get the family together.
Yes.
Right.
He like tried to shove food down his face and
Yeah.
all this other shit. You can tell he's a fucking big
Piece
ass
of shit.
dickhead, worthless fuck. So luckily, someone does die in this, and it's good because he's a fucking fuck. So this one's crazy because the boy, you know, drugs the parents and the brother or whatever, and takes him out to middle cornfield, and like turns him into scarecrows basically,
Yep.
and then he's gonna burn him alive. Well, the deputy is on his way to save him because he figured out what's going on or whatever.
Yep.
But too bad he didn't get there enough time to save the dad because
Oh,
he got
too
lit up
bad.
like a fucking Christmas tree.
He did. It was fucking cool.
What
you
a
know, we didn't
shame.
even talk about some of the videos that they were showing.
Oh, yeah, go- yeah,
The
get into it.
videos that they were showing in the second one were way more horrific than the first one.
Yeah, the
like
fucking
the woman getting run over by the lawnmower.
fuck yeah, dude, that was
them
fucking crazy.
Hanging the people upside down and letting the alligators come up
Yeah.
and
Grab him,
chomp them.
the fucking snow, burying him in
Oh
the
yeah,
snow.
burying them
Yep.
in snow. Yeah.
Dude.
There was some fucked up shit. Oh, and when they tied them all up in the kitchen and flooded the kitchen and then
No,
fucking electrocuted them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, man. So yeah, then the deputy comes in, you know, and he fucking fucking hits this kid in the middle of the cornfield.
Yeah.
Fucking
I know, because I kept thinking, don't hit the kid, don't. Oh shit, too late.
fuck the kid. But anyways,
Fucking speed bump now.
well, what's crazy about this is that I'd never understood this part of like, what the fuck are they doing? But so he hits the kid or whatever, and he ends up saving the other two, the mom and the other son. So the kid stands back up because he's got the demon in him or whatever, you know, and like, instead of just getting in the vehicle and driving off,
Exactly. Perfect fucking horror movie bullshit.
yeah. And as much as we love horror movies, we
Yeah.
understand.
This fucking shit always happens.
Like, so instead of just getting in the vehicle and driving off, let's just take off running through a cornfield.
Yeah.
And this,
And then
Do
it was
it.
like straight out of Children of the Corn.
fuck yeah, this little fucker's got a
Yes.
fucking sickle.
Yeah.
And he's running fucking after him with the video camera. So the whole point of this, guys, the video camera is what the key. It's what the key to everything is. See, he had burnt tapes in the original thinking that that's what was going to do it, but it's the camera. So he makes these kids film killing their families, and then that makes the next tape for him, and he eats their souls or whatever, basically, and brings it with him. So this kid's running through the fucking field with his camera and the sickle, and he like cuts half the fucking deputy's hand off.
Oh yeah, dude, that was
Fucking with
brutal.
the sickle. And they get back to the house or whatever, and he's getting ready to go kill his family, and the deputy is he's fucking, I can't remember, he did something. The deputy ended up getting stuck. Oh, the kids, all the little kids that have been getting disappeared, like trap them in this room.
Yep.
And so the other little kid goes downstairs to finish killing his family because they're all the other demons are like, you have to kill him. You have to finish killing him.
That's probably the part where I fell asleep.
He's like, you gotta kill him or he's gonna be mad. Talking about Bagul.
Ah.
So if you don't finish killing him,
Come
and
and get you.
yeah, and basically, so the kid's down there and he's getting ready to kill his family, and the deputy comes down, breaks the camera.
Yep.
That's the part where my wife said, "Honey, wake up and watch your movie." Oh shit. Oh yeah. Okay.
And the camera fucking gets broken or whatever, and he's freaking out, takes off running, because he's like, I need to finish.
Yeah.
And he's looking for another camera, and all the other ones like, it's too late.
yeah, and it's
too
in
late.
pieces,
They're like, it's too late. It's too late. He's mad, and he's backing up away from him, and then like Bagul like grabs his fucking shoulder.
Yeah.
And like he just starts deteriorating.
Yeah.
And goes into the
Yeah.
And what's crazy about that is the family is watching that. Like not in real life. They're seeing a film
Yeah.
of this kid deteriorating.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. So
I love how they ended both of these movies. Can we talk about that?
Go ahead.
So in the first movie ends. So now he has destroyed this box of tapes. But in the first movie, there's the chest
Yeah.
that all these tapes were in. And they're showing you that, and they're playing that creepy music, and then it's that little jump scare of Bagul's face in the screen.
Yep.
Yeah. So in the second one revolves around an antique radio.
Yep.
And when they end the second one, it ends with a cutscene of this radio kicking on in the deputy's.
Yeah.
He's in like a hotel room or something, and all of a sudden this radio kicks on and starts playing.
It's saying like he gets their souls or he eats their souls. Or he gets the children. He gets the children or something like that.
Yeah. And as it's playing along, and all of a sudden you get the jump scare of Bagul's face on the screen again, and then it goes black, and
Yeah. Pretty cool.
you're out.
So there might be another one coming out.
So I hope they do a third one. I enjoy both these movies.
Yeah, me
I
too.
really
I did
did.
too.
I definitely they were better than I thought they were.
Yeah.
Because I haven't
for
watched
sure.
them in so long since
Yeah.
they actually first came out.
Yeah.
So
The acting in them was really good. You got to give it up for this James Ransom.
yeah, he did awesome.
He played a great part in this.
He's actually been in quite a bit of shows too. He's does a lot of TV shows. I think
Ethan Hawke. Of course. I mean, you can't say enough about Ethan Hawke.
he did really good in the first one for sure.
They're just they were really well filmed movies.
Good movies, man.
They're a good movie. I don't know that I'd let your kids watch this because they may try and fucking murder you in the middle of the night. But
Kids are gonna do it anyway.
But I think it's a must-watch for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's get into a little bit real quick about Bagul. So I know me and you did some research on it. Oh shoot, yeah.
I forgot he was in It.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the
played
kids
Eddie.
after he grew
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
He was the kid that had Loser on it.
Eddie Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Eddie Spaghetti.
But
Holy crap.
so yeah, what kind of stuff did you dig into on Bagul?
The devourer of children. Well, I found that he is a pagan deity, long forgotten, but since time had begun, Bagul would manipulate the lives of children, having them kill their families until he can consume the children's souls.
So Bagul is actually a real thing.
Well,
It's not something they just made up for the movie.
well,
Oh shit! I don't like the way you said "well."
no, they spell Bagul Bughuul. There's an actual
Bughuul.
yeah. There's an actual deity or whatever, but it's spelled Bagul.
From Babylon times.
And so what's going on is okay, Bagul is supposedly the brother of Moloch,
Yes.
who is he was, and Moloch needed children's sacrifice. Okay.
Okay.
There was, not to get into the conspiracy world shit, but there's a movie that came out a long time ago. A dude broke in and stole from a thing called Bohemian Grove.
Okay.
And this is real. This actually really happened. They broke in and they videotaped this fucking ritual that was going on in Bohemian Grove. You can look it up yourself. And basically all these rich elites, the Bushes,
Tell me about it.
the Bushes, all these rich elites in California. Bohemian Grove is real.
Okay.
It's horrific. It's horrific.
They get together and they do a ritual complete with robes, everything, and they burn it. They worship a giant, like 30-foot tall effigy of an owl.
Yes.
Which is Moloch.
Moloch.
Okay.
And they supposedly burn. It's not a child, it's fake, but they burn a fake child as a mock sacrifice.
Right.
And this is all real life. You can look it up.
Yeah, there's a specific name for that.
Yeah, Bohemian Grove is the
No. The actual child that they
an effigy.
Effigy.
So basically, with Moloch, he needs a child sacrifice. So his brother, which was Bagul, kind of mimicked it, and he would actually make the child, basically give its soul to him.
Okay.
Now, Moloch supposedly got pissed off of this, and this is the reason why Bagul doesn't have a mouth. Bagul would laugh about it, saying that he made the children come to him instead of someone bringing the children. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
So basically, Moloch shut him up by covering his mouth with ashes.
That's why he doesn't
for
have
eternity,
a mouth.
and that's why he doesn't have a mouth. Now, some people say that Bagul really had a lot of traits as Lilith.
Mm-hmm. I read that too.
Yeah. So there's
Lilith was the basically the queen of the witches. I mean, she would come down and devour men's souls.
Well, and she
steal
was
their seed.
What's crazy?
We did
about
an episode in our witchcraft episode.
Yes.
We talked about Lilith a lot.
And she was infertile.
Mm-hmm.
So there's stories that are leading Bagul from different areas of the world and bringing in different things from different other deities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you found anything more on that at all.
No, I pretty much smashed it.
Yeah,
Sure.
Smashed it right in the mouth.
I'm sure we could get into the whole what you were talking about earlier, but this is probably not the platform for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know that specific person is going to be going to court this coming up month.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
So,
and we'll see if there's going to be anything big that happens around that date.
So, and what I'm saying too is that what I'm saying too is
we'll have to talk about that here in a minute.
We will. Well, what's crazy about it is that if you think about what's going on in the world today, there's a lot of things about children. So maybe fucking Bagul and fucking Moloch and all that really is real. And these fucking people are sacrificing these children. Who knows?
Maybe.
So, that being said, guys, we're not going to get too deep into that out here.
No.
So, what do you think? Let us know.
Check out the movies, guys.
Check them out, guys. They're good movies.
They're fun to watch.
They're not something you can watch every, like...
You wouldn't want to watch them over and over, but... if you haven't seen them in a while, or if you've never seen them, check them out.
Definitely. Guys, that's it on the Sinister and Sinister 2. Check them out. Let us know what you think. Or if you watch the podcast, let us know what you thought about the podcast, guys. Give us some info on it.
Send us a message. We'll talk about it over Facebook.
Fuck yeah.
Whatever.
All right, guys, we're going to jump off here. We got a fucking live show to go do, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And as always, until next time, keep it creepy.